Well, it's a sight that is becoming more and more common at this time of year in our province, and that is the watercraft inspection stations. They're going to be set up from one end of the province, from one side to the other side. All of this to ensure that aquatic invasive species don't call Alberta home.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, 2017 season, we'll have the biggest showing of watercraft inspection stations, and we have the most staff we've ever had. So we'll have 11 permanent highway stations for the season, and then we'll have 2 roving crews, so 13 total, with over 60 watercraft inspectors.
So just what is your responsibility when coming up to one of these watercraft inspection stations and you happen to have a watercraft with you? Well, it's pretty simple, really. Pull over.
That's right. So the law reads that if you are passing a watercraft inspection station that's open, you have to stop regardless if your boat is motorized, non-motorized, or commercially hauled. So it does apply to everyone. And we would expect that boaters, of course, stop for the inspection, but also that their boat is relatively clean, drained of all standing water, and dry as possible when they come in. It really expedites the inspection process, but also it is the right thing to do. So really those 3 steps are what every boater should do every time they leave the water, regardless if they're kayaking or water skiing or fishing. Right now we just found out about a 3rd lake that's being called suspect in Manitoba. So they found in a provincial park quite close to the Saskatchewan border, so getting closer, a eDNA sample that tested positive for Dracaena mussels. So yeah, like the threat keeps marching on. We have 2 reservoirs in Montana, one considered positive, one considered suspect. They're really ramping up their efforts to inspect and decontaminate all boats that leave those reservoirs.
So the inspections certainly help keep the mussels out, but another key element of this program is monitoring.
So monitoring is one of those parts of the program that often kind of gets overlooked because it's really great we're not finding anything, but we have to be looking. So our program really is comprised of 5 parts. So the watercraft inspections, the monitoring, response planning, what happens if you find something, what do we do about existing threats, education and outreach, and policy and legislation. So on the monitoring front, we have a lot of partners who help us monitor. This year we'll get to over 100 lakes and reservoirs this season, monitoring for invasive mussels. And this year we have a new partner, the Alberta Irrigation Projects Association down south, has contributed a significant amount of money to help monitor southern irrigation reservoirs. So that'll really be a benefit for this season.
You know, ultimately it comes down to all of us that enjoy being out on the water recreating. If we can take those basic steps, you've heard it before, you're going to hear it again. Clean, drain, dry your watercraft every time you leave a lake or water body. It's a great first step to ensuring that Alberta remains clean of any zebra or other aquatic invasive species we don't want to set up shop here in our province. Till next time, I'm Michael Short. Let's go outdoors.